Hey folks, today I'm going to use Claude Desktop with the Playwright MCP server to evaluate the correctness of image descriptions in the context of a page. This is something that is generally requires a lot of human judgment and evaluation because automated testing can generally determine if there's missing alt text, but it's harder for automation to determine if that alt text is correct. And so I'm working with Claude to visit a URL and take screenshots of the page and compare those screenshots with the accessible name of the image. And then it will output the findings to GitHub issues with descriptions of what needs improvement. So right now it's going to etsy.com, took a screenshot of the full page, and now it is navigating through each of the elements, each of the images, making sure it gets all of the content on the page. Bottom section, okay. So now it's going to look at the accessible names compared to the screenshots. And it's outputting a description of all the issues that it identified, including missing alt text for icons, making some recommendations. Now it's opening GitHub. I have a couple of issues from a previous execution, but we'll see what it does for new issues. So right now, again, Claude is instructing the Playwright MCP tooling to navigate to github.com independently to create these issues. And I've already logged in the background, so that's why it's able to authenticate. And now it's creating the issue. Let's see what it has to say. It's creating an issue with a list of analysis, critical issues, with mismatching alt text for GIF category images, missing alt text for navigation icons, other alt text, many icons are missing alt text, and it's making recommendations for the fixes, along with some impact and benefits. So we can, actually very curious because it's surprising to me that these category images would be incorrect. So vintage GIFs, for example. Vintage GIFs, it's saying that GIF category images. Go to GIFs, inspect this, and look at the accessibility tree for the image. Wow, that's fascinating. So the prompt successfully identified a pretty serious issue with alt text on the Etsy homepage where the accessible name for some of these GIF categories is actually offset in some way. So the visual presentation for the visual content for this item is a watch with some sort of band, and the content that's actually there via the auth attribute, I would assume, is 1/4 inch scale miniature breakfast plate. So that's completely wrong. The recommendation here for the uh, fixes is to just adjust that mismatch. There's also guidance on actual content. So it has an example fix. So instead of saying vintage gifts, say miniature dollhouse breakfast plate with food items. I could just as easily adjust the prompt to have it output a CSV with image URL, description, existing description, updated description, etc. So I'm excited about what Claude can do in tandem with the Playwright MCP server. I think this could really augment the abilities and efforts of manual QA and generating correct alt text where it's missing.